You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, B&B fans. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I have got your early edition spoilers. These are for Monday, October 30th through November 3rd. We've got some exciting stuff to unpack. Of course, the fashion challenge for the rest of this week and into next week is going to be the focus, but also Eric's looming health crisis. Now that we heard on Tuesday, he is definitely dying. He has 6 months or less to live, but they didn't give us a diagnosis. And I don't know if they're intentionally not giving us a diagnosis because they don't want people debating and discussing whether this is fatal or you can live with it, or maybe because they're going to circle back around and say that he was misdiagnosed. I don't even know. I do know that it's very frustrating that they didn't tell us what it is that's killing him on such a specific timeline. So, all right, if you haven't already, please reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our B&B updates. And real quick, I'm going to give you the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday rundown super fast, and then we're going to dive into the next week. And I'm only doing this so that you'll have some context. Also, the pictures that you're seeing during this video, I'm kind of doing a special thing today because CBS Press just released Fashion Showdown photos. So that's what you're looking at right now in the background is just all the pics they released. There's a ton of them and it's really exciting stuff. All right, Wednesday, Katie starts pressuring Donna to just go around Eric and tell the Forrester family that he is sick and dying. Lauren and Esther Valentine show up in their Y&R crossover on Wednesday, and Marie Osmond is making her bold debut as Countess von Frankfurt. Thursday, October 26th, RJ finds out that Eric is dying and he is distraught. Friday, October 27th, Katie Logan plays host, welcomes everybody to the fashion challenge, reveals the rules of the competition to Ridge and Eric and all the guests. And then Eric and Ridge share kind of a moment as the showdown begins. They are both determined to win. And there's an undated spoiler for this week that we haven't seen turn up yet. Donna confides Eric's diagnosis to someone she trusts. I don't know if that was supposed to be for this thing with Katie because Katie basically overheard it, or if Donna's going to tell somebody else. We'll find out. But now let's talk about what's happening next week, October 30th through November 3rd. So I don't know if you noticed as it was scrolling past in the photos, it'll come back around though. Taylor Hale, who was the winner of Big Brother 24, that's the huge season where they had the cookout, and it was kind of a groundbreaking season. She's back again. They've brought her back. This is like going to be like maybe her 6th appearance, I think, but she is going to be on the runway for the showdown, modeling some of the gowns. And one of the spoilers for this week is just kind of so blah and vague. I'm going to share it, but it's blah and vague. Haute couture, comma, romance, and big drama abound. That just means almost nothing. So Brooke makes a startling realization next week. I wonder if she figures out that Eric is sick, even without him saying anything. Esther and Lauren are sitting on the side where the viewers are for the fashion showdown. And Esther whispers to Lauren about the gowns. She's really excited. She's never been to a show before. And of course, Lauren is the buyer for Fenmore's over on Young the Restless. And she kind of whispers. And then Marie Osmond's character, the Countess, gets really snarky and wants to know if she's going to be talking throughout the show. So it's kind of funny. She has a mild accent. I was wondering if they were going to have Marie Osmond with a full-on German accent with a name like Countess von Frankfurt. And it sounds like she's doing a low-key, just generic European foreign. But it's a funny little moment, and she kind of tweaks their noses. So that's pretty fun. Eric and Ridge, it actually says the showdown doesn't begin until Monday, by the way, is what the official spoilers say. So all the guests and everything, it looks like it's not actually going to kick off until the 30th. And it's interesting because they told us that it was going to be a 5-day event starting on the 25th, 26th, 27th, and the 30th and the 31st. But it looks like Yeah, there may only be 2 actual full episodes of fashion, which is fine because I was saying from the jump that 5 was too many. I said it was about double what we needed. So if it comes down to 2, that's kind of the perfect amount of fashion for me. Also, the week of the 30th through the 3rd, Steffy Forrester is home. She surprises Finn. She flies in from Europe. Kelly Spencer should be with her because we know that Sophia Paris McKinley, who plays her daughter, has also been filming this whole time. So I feel like Finn's been trying to reach her and talk to her, and he hasn't gotten her. And, Liam left that horrible voice message about Sheila being involved with Deacon, and she needs to come home to him instead of Finn, yada, yada, yada. And it was funny because then the very next day, I mentioned this in the Liam behaving badly video I just did, where Ridge said he hasn't told Steffy because he can't reach her. And that's not the kind of thing you should leave on a voicemail. And that's when Liam got squirrely and just ran out of the CEO office because, it's not the kind of thing you do, but Liam is crossing all the lines. So Steffy has scenes with Finn next week. I wonder if Liam is going to have that sixth sense of his, to march over to Malibu and break into their reunion and try to drive a wedge in. I'm still waiting on him to reveal those kisses because he has to know that that's going to infuriate Finn. I feel like he's holding them in his back pocket as a nuclear option, and I feel like he's definitely going to enact that. So the last little tidbit I want to share with you guys is Eric Forrester may collapse at this fashion showdown, and I'm not going to say this as a confirmed spoiler. What it was is there was an interview with Michael Fairman he did with Torsten Kay and John McCook, who play Ridge and Eric, and they were discussing Eric's collapse at the fashion challenge. And that part they sounded serious about, it sounded like something that they were telling us was going to happen. And then they were talking about why Eric would collapse. And Ridge said, because he doesn't take care of himself. The Ridge actor said, because he doesn't take care of himself. And John McCook laughed and said, it's just too many martinis. So I'm not clear. It wasn't clear from the interview whether they were offering a spoiler tidbit or whether they were joking. Nobody was laughing until the point where he mentioned the martinis. So he may collapse. And they said 6 months or less left to live. And then on Tuesday, they were talking about how the fashion showdown could literally kill him. If they want to wow us during November sweeps, killing off Eric Forrester at the end of the fashion showdown would be an epic way to do it. They've put a timestamp on him. It seems like he is definitely leaving. And I told you guys that 3-year renewal thing was BS and it was fake news. And lo and behold, Belinda's right. Okay, so what I'm really interested in, though, is if there's an opportunity for a misdiagnosis or something and that he sticks around. Because, of course, none of us want John McCook to go, right? So we'll see, and we'll see if he collapses. And if he does collapse, I feel like it's going to be a go to the hospital thing, not like a DOA at the fashion showdown thing. But Bold has pulled off some epic surprises on us over the years. Like, for instance, when they resurrected Sheila and brought her back, that was stunning. The Hope and Thomas hitting the sheets, that was surprising. They have done some pretty epic surprises. So I am looking forward to seeing what they have for us. That's where I am with it. Hey, thanks for listening. I will have full Bold spoilers later this week and 2-week spoilers and comings and goings and everything you guys need to know. But I am super excited to see the showdown, to see if Eric makes it out of it alive, and to see Steffy back as Jackie Wood's maternity leave is over. Drop your comments below on what you're excited to see next week. Click a like if you haven't, and definitely click subscribe if you haven't. Thanks for talking Bold with me every single day. This has been Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.